Tuesday of the month. I'm always excited. Welcome to Land House and Radio Show on Lagoon Radio, your number one gospel radio, broadcasting live from the Diocesan Palace at Marina. Okay, yeah. My name is Ariola Olumakaiye, and I'm your host. And today we have two wonderful guests with me, and we're going to be talking about the functions of commercial interior design. Yes. So we have Engineer Clement with me and Miss Hope of Pinnack. Abi? Okay, you're welcome. Say hello now. Say hello to the guests.
Hello.
This is Engineer Clement Olumakaiye, the MD of Pennac Nigeria Limited. I'm so glad to be here.
Okay.
And this is Hope of Pennac Limited, the operations manager.
Wow. Welcome. Welcome to the show. Okay, so guys, today we're going to be talking about everything interior. I'm particularly excited because I've gone through his page over time, and I think I'm one of those people that harass him unnecessarily. And then I'm like, okay, this person just has to come to the show. So I'm actually excited that he's here. But let's just do a quick recap on what we talked about last week. We talked about investment, and then we focused on short-let apartments. It's very important that at some point in our lives, we all invest in one thing or the other. And then short-let right now is actually one of the hot sales now that we have, because we have people from the diaspora. We have people that expatriate actually patronize the short-let apartment. I mean, if you have a one-bedroom apartment, if you could get one now, it's hot cake. It's better than renting your apartment. I'm not saying you should not get tenant too, so that I won't be on the road and someone will beat me up and say, hey, I didn't say this, So without beating around the bush, let me also say that you can follow us on social media platform on Facebook and Instagram. No, let me do Facebook first. On Facebook, it is Lagoon Radio Nigeria. On Instagram and Twitter, whenever Twitter is coming back, it is Lagoonradio.Ng. And also you can watch live on www.LagoonRadio.Ng. On YouTube, we have LagoonTV. So yes, we have a lot of people that are watching us live on YouTube now. So it's you can always watch us LagoonTV. Yes. So before we go on a short break, we would have Mr. Engineer Clement. I like giving people their titles. It's not easy.
Thank you.
So we'll have him introduce himself and then what Pinnack is all about. And we'll go on a short break.
Okay, so Pennac Nigeria Limited, the company found on the basis of increasing the visibility of businesses through interior design and proper construction. So my name is Clement Olumakaiye. So I'm the MD of Pennac Limited, and been in the game for 5 years plus.
Wow, 5 years?
Yes, 5 years plus. But we might be on the low, but as time goes, we go forward. So right now, what we do is increase awareness, sales of businesses through interior design. It's like an investment for business owners.
Okay.
Through us, we increase the sales of a business owner. So that's our major stuff we put online to increase sales for commercial, for companies and business owners.
Okay. Yes. I remember I saw something. No, my cousin actually tagged me on your page one time, and it was about using container.
Yes. That also upcycling of containers.
Yeah.
So the idea came a few years ago. So I had to take my time to go through it, to check the functions, to check the flexibility of using it. So moving forward, I saw it's a very great alternative to our traditional buildings and all. And it's so far we've done a lot of projects on that, and there no complaints so far, and everything has been great.
Yeah, because I actually saw the work, and I was like, okay, this is fantastic.
But still, people are still not accepting it like that.
No, that's normal.
Yeah,
I think that's just normal in Nigeria.
But people that have experienced it, maybe abroad, they come, oh, I want this thing, I want to do this, and we do it in a short period of time. We move. Yes, so that's how it is.
Okay, so I had to start with container because I remember someone told me, I think it was a bank or something, that it was actually built with a container.
Access Bank.
Yeah, exactly. So yes, that's it. So and then someone told me it was beautiful container. I was like, it's not possible. At some point, I was like, I can't enter that place because I'm like, container. Like, but when you enter, you won't have that feeling of. You will just feel it's a normal thing. Okay. So let me just. The time is 12 minutes past 10 o'clock, and we'll be going on a quick break. Stay tuned.
Everybody dream.
You are listening to Lagoon Radio.
Everything you put your hand go walk. Your name go open doors. You self go be a boss. Amen. Amen. Everything you put your hand go walk. Your name go open doors. You self go be a boss. Amen. Amen. Every hustler getting paid. Where the hustle go come the pay. Your own in no go take. Amen. If you don't find work, do your own. God self go do his own. And flesh go cover bone. Amen. Amen. If you believe it, say amen. If you believe it, say amen. If you believe it, say amen. 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 Everything you put your hand go on. Your name go open doors. You self go be a boss. Amen. Amen. Everything you put your hand go on. Your name go open doors. You self go be a boss. Amen. Amen. Sister where one man sees until where they find begin. One day you go born twins. Amen. Amen. They're not where don't losing job. Landlord come they do like God. One day you go be landlord. Amen. Amen. Good news go locate you. Watch and see it no go take. If you believe it, say amen. No. Amen. Amen. Everything you put your hand go walk. Your name go open doors. You self go be a boss. Amen. Amen. Everything you put your hand go walk. Your name go open doors. You self go be a boss. Amen. Amen. Long life go follow you. Strangers go favor you. Great men go honor you. Amen. Amen. One day you go sign the check. Oh. You self go drive that Benz. Oh. This life go still make sense. Oh. Amen. Your children go make you proud. Oh. Bad people no go pull you down. No. One day you go run this town. Oh. Amen. Amen. You self go spray me money. Baby go call you honey. You self go host the party. Amen. Amen. Don't go to go be your friend.
You are listening to Lagoon Radio.
Go be your guy. Amen. Amen. Elubelu go be your guy. Abdul Samad go be my guy. Rabbi you go be my guy. Amen. Amen. Your life no go end in shame. Your business go bring you gain. If you believe it, say amen.
Okay, so let's just say amen because we have our properties, we have everything. I'm praying for everybody. You know, once you're listening to us, you have your property, you have lots of investment in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, so let me take engineer Clement to look down, and then I'm going to be asking you. Say, you see this interior thing? It's a very, very interesting business. An art. Yeah, because it takes a lot of
Yes.
creativity.
Experience. You have to know it. If you don't know it and you enter it, I'm so sorry. You just have to dive out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because a lot of people just I can add color together. the color of this house is white. The curtain is going to be black, or the curtain is going, and then you're going to the house and then your heart is nearly dropping off. Like, what kind of color combination is this?
That's
So
a
take us
mistake.
through the basics of going into interior design, because you're an engineer.
Yes.
So I mean, engineer, is that not construction?
Yes. So the reason it's easy for me is because all my life I've spent it in that part.
Okay.
So since I was in junior class, I've been, I was visiting studios,
Oh,
architect
wow.
studios for
Wow.
like 3 years.
Are you serious?
Yes.
In secondary school?
Yes, from JSS3 to SS2.
I don't understand. Did you have any vision?
I
My voice
just did
didn't go
it.
himself with fear.
Yeah, I love designs since I was young, like architectural design since I was young. So I've been visiting those after school hours. I would go to those studios. In the weekend, I have an uncle,
Okay.
so his friend has a studio then in Ogun State. So I'll go. So from there, I grew fond of it. So before I got into uni, I was into construction. Like I was helping out bricklayers and
Wow.
electrical installation.
Are you
So I
serious?
visited a lot of homes. I was like, okay, so I don't want to go directly into maybe building and what's it called, because I have the experience, the vast experience, and I studied electrical engineering.
Okay.
So I was like, I don't want to go into this. Let me carve a niche for myself. Everything is still same
Yeah,
thing,
it's
but let me
still-
carve a niche. So what I can do. So while in school, I was growing fond of it. So when I was done, I studied interior design, like a short course on interior design, so I can know the basics and all.
In Nigeria.
Yeah, yes, in Nigeria, but abroad, but in Nigeria.
Okay,
You understand? Like the train was in VI. So so from there, I knew a lot about it. How to add colors, can add like 5 colors together in a space and still look so calm and all. So it became very easy for me because I feel like I've spent most of my life in what's it called, in that aspect.
Yeah, so it's just like you dwelling in your
Yes,
in
what I
what
wanted
you
to
want
do.
to do, because
Yes.
when you're telling me JS3 to SS2,
Yeah,
I'm still remembering that in SS3 when they told us write essay or want to
no,
do.
no.
Some of us were still far from what we said we're going to do. Like I had this in my secondary school, this reunion groups that we had.
Yes.
There was a time someone brought out this yearbook that we did, and then someone challenged us and said, how many of you are still doing what you said you were going to do when you grow up? And then, like practically 98% of us were like, huh? How did I write this? I think what I wrote was, I think I said
Like it's a dream.
no, I was
It's a
actually
dream
going
come
to be
true
a
for
mass
me.
comm person, yeah.
I was the only one offering technical drawing back in SS class then. So I was like, okay, this is what I'm doing. I've been drawing. I've been drawing architectural drawings. I've been doing that since I was in SS1. I've been doing that. We started from paper
Yeah.
before we go to CG or computer aided design
Yeah.
cards. So started from papers, drawing on the board, designing houses on the board, sketching on the board. So from there, product design too. Before any of the furniture here, before they do that, we have the products designed already in paper.
Yeah.
So you know all the what's it called, proper measurements. So you won't make a mistake. Everything is about measurement and manipulating. Yes.
This is what we call interesting, because a lot of people just go into interior designs because
They can do furniture.
yeah, exactly, they can do furniture.
That's the problem.
Maybe you someone design for me Pinterest, and you go and call your furniture guy, yeah, come and do it for me, and then the person is doing it for you, or cutting. But there's something about creating a nice space.
Yes.
I mean, it's beyond the colors. It's beyond. I think they call it things schematics. I know, artistics and all those things.
Aesthetics, yes.
So you have to actually and you have to be someone that is involved in it.
Yes, that's
So it's
right.
not just about they called me into it. So let's look at this. I know there's something like spirit of colors or something like there's some certain colors that they'll tell you can use in a certain place.
Yes.
Probably in a boardroom, we're talking about commercial space now.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And you have colors that can create illusions too. Colors does its own work. You do your own work too. So once you get the color right, color from the floor to the ceiling to the walls, I think you are good in that space.
Yeah.
Yes, the color, what matters, the color, the lighting, and the
Okay.
flooring. That's what matters. You might get the wall and the ceiling and not get the
And
floor.
not
It
get
will
the
spoil everything. So the best thing is for us to design it out. What's it called? Design the in 3D
Okay.
at first, so we'll see. Okay, this is what we are having. If it doesn't make sense, we can't be perfect every time too.
Yes.
We are a team.
Mm.
So if it doesn't make sense, okay, like this team makes sense more than this one. So we can have like 3 different designs down. So choose one from the 3 or mix them together to achieve what we need to do, because this thing is very, very, very technical. Very, 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 very. One single mistake will spoil a lot of things.
So looking at interior designing for a commercial space.
Yes.
I know a lot of people in their businesses will just be like, I don't need any. Have you approached people and they're telling you, oh, they don't need any special?
A lot.
A lot of people.
Nigerians, a lot. I'm not judging, but a lot.
Because it's not so welcomed here in Nigeria.
Yeah, but people are buying into it. But it's about having a champagne taste and a beer budget. That's the main problem in this country.
I think that is actually in almost every industry. Because you see people that will tell you they want to go to Rev'd
Yes.
hospital, but they have general hospital
Yes.
budget. Like if one of people approach me and they're like, I want to buy a house, and I'm like, okay, what's the budget? They tell me the budget, and I'm like, if I had that budget, I was taking me to Ekpe already. So when you're not telling, and I'm asking you, okay, do you have any preferred location? And you're telling me Osakpa, and I'm like, okay, you very cute that thing. So I understand, but for instance, I would say most of your clients could be restaurants, hotels,
Lounge,
banks,
banks.
So how has it been? How has the business been, especially after this pandemic period?
I won't lie to you. After the
Hope is actually shaking her head like.
after the pandemic, it really affected us like a whole lot. But glory be to God, we got some projects that
Thank
got
God.
us back on the line, and also the NSAS movement really
Protest.
affected us a lot. We had to pause most of our jobs, and people are scared to do something because they are scared it will be vandalized or ransacked or most of those things. And well, that was last year. So far so good. That's what I would say. So far so good. It's not been
bounced back at
easy,
least.
but before the pandemic, before the whole lockdown, everything was way smooth. But we still thank God.
Oh yeah, we have to
Thank
thank
God.
God for everything
Yes,
because you're having it better than some other people.
yes, way better.
Okay, so let me go to Hope because I noticed she's just been smiling and kind of supporting the business from the back. So as the head of operations, right? So how has it been? So is that head of operations? How does it run in an interior stroke construction group where?
Okay, this is how it works. When the clients reach out to us, some of the clients will be like, I already have what I want to do. I already have my idea.
Okay.
But funny enough, their idea might not really be the best thing for them.
Okay.
So we schedule an appointment with them, whereby we want to see the space ourselves. So when we go there, we'll take measurements of the space, then pass it down to the architect department.
Okay.
So those ones they come up with 3D designs, which is not free. The 3D designs is not free. So from the 3D designs, right there, before we come up with our designs, we'll ask the clients what are their preferences, what do they want. Like they give us the brief. Like, okay, what kind of colors do you like? What kind of colors do you eat? Do you want more light? Because majorly we do commercial space a lot. So we ask them what are the things they want to sell. If it's a boutique, we know what we want to do. If it's a restaurant and hotel, we know what we want to do. But we tend to ask them what are their preferences in colors, light, and the floor, like you said. Then we bring that together, then create a design.
That's pretty cool because when you said boutique, I just remember that actually yes, they all have different angles.
Yeah.
So boutique wants more light, and I think the restaurant might not want so much light. And then there was this post I saw on Instagram. I'm not sure if it was this week or last week where someone said if you go to a restaurant, you could see a menu. I mean on the wall, this artwork of we offer this, and then they actually don't have it there. And then someone said, oh no, if you go to a barber shop, you actually see different haircuts, and then the guy can't do it for you. So like I know that has to do with creativity also. It has to do with design. You have to come up with nice things to attract the client to come to whatever business you're actually designing for. Yes, so that's good. So let's go back to this our container thing now. So how has it been? I mean, when you want to create a container, like take us through the refurbishment, and it's refurbished. You do a refurbished
Yes, we do those ones. But the thing is, since the old lockdown, or I would say recently, container has really gone up because we did a project in Abuja recently, and container we used like times 3 of the amount we get is like so what's going on? But though even in Lagos it's still like
normal price.
normal. But sometimes what I tell clients is that if you have container, or maybe your friend gives you container, it will save you a lot of money because we are actually not making any money on the container itself. Just the finishing and the upcycling, the good works we are making money on. We buy containers straight away. You don't, so you can see the value for what you are doing. So that's what we do. But people accepted it, and I see some people are also into it. Some people want to know more about it. Some people want to learn it and all. So we have different types of different ways of finishing the containers. Some ways are expensive, but same results. And some ways are, I won't say cheap, but less expensive, but same results. It still looks same, but it depends on the client's pocket. Okay, what do you want? Your preferences, like she mentioned earlier. So once we get that in check, we just get to work. Okay, this is how we do it. But in client's face, be like magic. Like, what do you want to do? What are you magic, going? It's going to be out. It's going to let us finish our work.
So I was looking at it, and then when you just said, "Now I'm trying to, how will I say it? Bring what I saw on your page to what you're saying, because most times I'm like, how did they do this? Is this a two container? When you're thinking about it, then designing it is something else, because it's more like you have to do a POP. You do a POP, or
yes.
Because I'm trying to understand how a container and the interior design would actually go together. When you have
container is more of the container have different aspects. The first stage is the engineering stage.
Okay.
That's the fabrication.
Okay.
That deals mainly with welders. So our welders fabricate this, cut out, do this space, join containers together, weld them, do a lot of fabrication on them. So the next stage is by cladding it. Okay. So we use POP board.
Okay.
That's an expensive way. But some use plywood, but now I think the cost of plywood is now same with POP board now. So it's better you go for the POP board to clad everywhere.
Okay.
To clad everywhere. So that's the way it is.
Okay.
So that's the way it is.
Okay. So we'll be going on a short break now, and then we'll be right back.
I know you are here.
You are listening to Lagoon Radio.
have heard of your mighty deeds and powerful show of love towards me. Good, good shepherd, good lover. I join the angels to shout out your praise. Idima, Idima, Idima. Oye nemema, Imarama nezokwe. Idima, Idima, Idima. Oye nemema, Imarama nezokwe. Oyo yo chimoma, Holy Sabinigwe. There is a melody in my heart unto you. Overflowing joy, overflowing praise. Daddy, Daddy, all that you do is marvelous. Verily, verily, you are good, oh. Verily, 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 you are so good. Verily, verily, oh, I am Ututu, Ogali Jenenumili. I join the angels to shout out your praise. Idimuma, Idima, Idima, Idukwe. Oye nemema, Imarama nezokwe. Idima, Idima, Idukwe. Oye nemema, Imarama nezokwe. Good, good shepherd, good father, daddy, daddy, I shout out your praise. Good, good father, you're so full of goodness. I love how you let me, my Jesus, lover of my soul. It is you that I love. It is I that you love. You are the reason I live. You are my everything. You keep chasing after me. Day after day, my Jesus. The day I shall see you face to face. Oh, what joy will fill my heart. Overwhelming.
Okay, so welcome back to the Land House and Radio Show, powered by Lagos House on tap, live from Lagoon Radio, your number one gospel online gospel radio. So, yes, and we'll still have our guest with us, Engineer Clement Olumakaiye and Miss Hope of Pennakai. Hope you guys are having a nice time on the show. Okay. All right, that's good. That's good to know. Okay, so you can follow us on our social media, like I said earlier, and for those that are joining us on Facebook, it is Lagoon Radio Nigeria. On Instagram and Twitter, it is Lagoonradio.Ng. Then we're live on YouTube, so you can always watch us. You can watch any of our content on LagoonTV. So you can also watch us on www. I'm always careful with that www. You know that guy that made that mistake that time? So it's www.LagoonRadio.Ng. Okay, so for your real estate inquiries, you can also go to Lagos. If I had done everything to Lagoon Radio, you can go to Lagos House on Instagram and also on Facebook. Okay, so Engineer Clement, let's just go back. You see, this what's this container thing? Is it movable?
is movable. Some that's single container, maybe 20 feet or 40 feet, or maybe two is movable. But anything more than that,
I mean, that's after you've done the work.
honestly, they are stationary. Like maybe
Uh-huh.
big ones, big ones. Except okay, you accept us to separate them again. Then we can go and install it for you.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Like maybe we do a very massive building. Maybe you are using like 10 containers, so you have to take time again to remove them. But single or two containers or three containers, just flats, we can easily move those ones.
Okay.
That's no problem. Yes, maybe two together, we could carry them. The truck will carry them. 20 feet, 40 feet, any size.
So like 20 feet, that's the basic
Yeah,
containers that we
just have 20 feet and 40 feet. The rest is what we manipulate ourselves.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. So that's good. So when we're looking at, 'cause I'm looking at it that, okay, for instance, now moving shop.
Yes, those ones are movable. Those ones are easily movable. Just put it on a truck. We can drop it anywhere in the country, or even want to take it abroad.
Ah. They're gonna put it in the ship or something, and then
Yes, so
you take, because it's a way of conserving money,
yes,
and
it
then
is.
yeah, because if you've spent that kind of money and then you want to just move to another location or something, you could just think of like, what? I don't
Yes.
need to go and let me just buy a land and have this here. So it's actually good for people that just want to buy, purchase a land, and you have your property there without bothering yourself with any other thing. Doing foundation. Do you have to do foundation?
Yes, because the terrain in Lagos, the floor of the so not necessarily foundation, but once you have like concrete in like 4 or 6 places that the container can sit on, we are good.
Oh, okay.
We are good.
So like you're saving money also there.
Yeah, yes, but if we have like a massive building to build
Yeah.
or massive construction to put in place, we are going to run like a concrete foundation, not necessarily deep foundation, because container itself it's its own foundation, and it can stack up to 9 what's it called, levels itself. No need for any support or anything. Yes, it's that strong.
So do you always need the government approval?
Yes, that's if you are if we need to build a massive one, we need government
Building
they give it the name, they give it a name like approval, but there's a name they give it
You understand?
in the what's it called, but we call it approval
Okay.
like generally, but it's a way something like license or what do they call it.
So it's not the basic
Yes,
building
yes, yes,
approval.
yes,
then,
no,
It's not.
no.
Okay.
So because we will tell them it's a temporary stuff. We know it's going to be there for a long time, but they understand too.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So because the land normally what we follow here is traditional way of building. So once we have it there, or except we tell them, okay, this is going to be permanent here, but they see it as temporary building. That's what they see it as.
Yeah, because it's not constructed.
Yes,
I
yes,
know.
yes.
Okay, so let's say the pros of it again is the fact that you don't have wall cracks, right?
Yes, we don't have wall cracks, and the pros of container, there are many. There are many, similar to traditional building of using blocks. It's easy to maintain, very easy to maintain, because you have all your space around you. You know, okay, it's easy to do this. So all what you need to do is maybe in the next 8-10 years, just be repainting it, both interior and exterior. So it's easy to maintain. The use of materials. So it now depends on the finishing which the client wants. Or you can have normal finishes, but if the clients want something luxury, but trust me, most clients settle for medium.
Something moderate.
Yes, yes.
Because it's
Not
really
not
you don't have
high
to-
end.
Yeah, exactly.
Medium finishing. That's what they settle for, and it goes a long way. You know, there's some medium end finish that's closer to high end.
So it
So-
covers a lot.
Yes, covers a lot. At least, if you are going to have, for example, a 40-feet container, if you are going to have 40 container, maybe, for example, maybe 100 naira is going to finish a 40 container.
Okay.
A 40-feet building
Okay.
container, 17 naira will finish it.
Okay, so that's
So it saves you
cheaper.
30% cheaper. Cost is the relative in cost is way cheaper than
the normal.
using normal blocks and all because of the concrete. This one, the roofing. This one comes with its own roofing. It comes with its own body. It comes with the own
Only if
concrete.
you're going to be making your own adjustments to it.
Yes,
And I
except you
feel
want to
people
add
would
more.
want to anyway, because it's not yet a big deal in Nigeria yet.
Yes.
But I feel it's more of on the conservative, and then I mean I can just buy my land. So I can always live in Lekki one.
Yes.
So if I instead of going to buy building of 150 million naira, so I can buy my land of 80 million naira.
Yes.
And then
Earlier last year, we did what's it called, the project for a client in Abidjan area.
okay.
He lived inside it in South Africa, so like he wants this thing, and he's living in his house since then, and no complaints, and all good.
So would you? Let me now take you further. You know when we used to go on whenever I'm doing my research, anyways on
Yes.
designs, I just see a place when they're telling me, let's say Sambisa Forest, and then like they put this container and they're like, can you stay here for 1 month with everything? And I'm like, okay. You never will not use some people unnecessarily, because why would you tell me to go to a forest and stay in a container? Because I'm like, do you know how strong the container is? What if small breeze should blow the thing, and all of us will not fall down, and it's lion that is coming.
So the thing is, container is not light. Containers weigh 3,800 to 4,500 kg, depends.
Okay.
So we have ISO type. That's what we use. Those are 9 feet 6 inches tall and 8 feet wide. So that's what we use in construction. So there's no amount of wind. It withstands any amount of wind, the highest amount, or any landslide, or it's still going to be still going to be rigid. No tornado nothing can push it off.
So is it different from the ones that those people that are by the roadside?
It's way different.
It's very different.
It's way different. I know those one this one normal.
Those are the
Weather
normal-
built to those.
Oh, okay. So because of our guests, so we have to actually break it down, so they can understand.
Yes, so
better
way
the
different.
effects and these things. And then also designing it's different because you can't. So like someone is telling you I have a container, probably someone's will that just did something. Designing it is going to be, I feel it's going to be more cumbersome than what you would use ordinarily from the normal
Yes.
containers. So
Yes.
that's nice. So how is let me just say, how is designing a space for a bank and hotel? Yes, it's different.
Yes, it is.
So what are the things you consider?
Okay, so first of all, what we consider is physical space.
Okay.
Physical space. Hotel obviously needs more space than banks. So banks just need space for maybe for their staff office and the reception and the cashier's place. Not much of space. Let's say for banks we are going to use like 8 containers.
Okay.
Or for hotels, resorts and all, we are going to use like maybe 50 containers.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a lot.
Yes. Or 40 containers. Depends on how big, hotel need the more the space, the more the income for hotels. And banks don't really need more of that space. And so we do one other thing to save cost. For example, we are using we need 3 containers in a space. Instead of buying 3 containers, we're going to buy 2 containers. We're buying 2 containers. So we leave a space in the middle for the what's it called, 1 container. We just buy 2 containers. So we put one on one end. We leave a space in the middle for that size of container, vacant space, open air. Then we'll put the other one on the other side too. So the cutting out to make in those 2, you use it to build a brand new container. And on the edges of the container, I've already formed pillar for the one in the middle already. So it's going to save costs for your client and going to save, running costs. This thing is all about saving costs.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the major focus. Like, okay, I'm just coming to meet you and I'm saying, look, I don't have any particular design in mind. I
Yes.
just want you to do something fantastic for me and then create something nice that I know
Flexible.
and because everyone has every I don't know the word to. I don't know how to categorize it. But every industry, let me just put on that industry. Every industry has their own ambience. Everyone has their own this kind of feeling you want to have when you get there.
Yes.
So like for instance, when you get to the bank, you don't want a busy place.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want it to be busy. And then also the restaurant. I think restaurant is actually more busier than the banks, because banks, I think, you just want something cozy because it's money.
Yes.
And all those things, they actually affect the
Banks is more of open space.
open space.
Just if you observe in banks, if you observe most of the banks, you just see few chairs, not a lot of chairs. Most of people stand because just do your business and leave.
Yeah.
That's what banks are about. It's hospitality business that you have to see it,
Then
take
you
care
have
of
to-
you,
yeah.
do this one.
And then you
But
have to
banks
do all
just do
the-
your business and leave.
all the flowers, you know. And so those are
Yes.
things you consider when
Yes.
you're actually when you're being approached by the different
Yes.
this and then. That's what people have to understand, because someone can come and meet you and tell you, "Oh, I want the same thing I saw in Radisson Blue
Yes.
in a bank." You know.
No, it's not possible. Banks works mostly on the exterior. Exterior.
Yeah.
If you check, most of the banks is, but when you enter, everything's like same thing.
Yeah, because I don't want to go to the bank and I'm just seeing flower up and
No.
when it's money I'm
Too
thinking,
busy.
but, you know, can you imagine?
Yes. Bank have to remain corporate and some offices too. Yes.
All right, so it's been a day, and I mean, like, I've learned a lot from Engineer Clement. I'm very sure after today you're going to accept my application letter. Me and my producer, we are going to corner that. I say that you know, this container business is a good business, and like they used to say in Yoruba, onokon waja. So
Yes.
let me come and learn into it. Although my own problem is I don't know colors. I don't know how to combine colors, so you help me. Anyway, so it's been nice speaking with you. We've learned a lot, and we've learned about the container business. We've learned about designing. We know that someone cannot say they want to start up a music studio and then come with the idea of having a bank, or coming with different ideas of restaurant or something. So it's nice speaking. May Engineer Clement Tolopa is the managing director of Pinnacle Limited, and then sitting right beside him is the COO. I mean.
Head of operations manager.
Head of operations. I promoted you.
Very soon.
You see, I've spoken into your life. This is Lagoon Radio. We speak onto life. All right. So my name is Ariola Olumakaiye, and I'm your host. So it's a wrap for today. Thank you very much for joining us.
It's really a privilege being here. I really appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
We do.
And we pray that
God
when we
bless.
call on you again, you will come.
Of course, I will.
Definitely.
Because we want to see your face, Mama. Okay, all right, guys. So it's been a wrap, and then it's been a very, very good day. Hopefully, you join us again next week, same time on Lagoon Radio, your number one gospel radio online. So 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock is the time. Have a great day. Bye. I'm giving my angelic voice. Bye.